halftime, you guys have a 1-point lead. They've really pushed you guys. What was said at halftime? How did you guys address that?
We just need to raise our level of intensity. We came out there just kind of like lackadaisical in the first half. Turning the ball over, defensively not pressuring them like we wanted to. They were getting way too many easy buckets. We got to give a lot of credit to them because they came ready to play really hard, offensively and defensively. So we just had to tune some things up at halftime and come out playing harder.
When did you feel like the second half finally started to turn for you?
I think we were able to string a few stops together, get a few buckets, and I think it was right after the first war. But that was just from us, like I said, raising our level of intensity, playing harder. Offensive rebounds, we got some of those early in the first half, which we didn't have many in the second half. We didn't have many in the first half, so that was huge for us.
Kyle, can you talk about just all the threes you're knocking down recently? Because they seem to be going in for you. It looks like you're getting back that momentum that you had in the Purdue game last year in the Big Ten tournament. Of course, do you feel like you're really hitting your stride right now? And talk about your confidence in knocking down those outside shots as well.
Yeah, it's been feeling good. It helps when you have teammates that believe in you and have confidence in you, coaches that want you to shoot the ball. So just getting back into this rhythm has been nice. Seeing some go through the net, and I'm just gonna keep working on it, keep getting reps up, and keep shooting it.
And you guys were really excited to see Justin. He had like 10 straight points there in one stretch, and you guys were all excited, on the bench as well for him. What's it do for you guys' team when he's hitting those threes as well as we know that he can?
It opens up a lot for us. Teams can't really double when he's hitting because if they leave him, I'm just gonna throw it back out and he's gonna hit. So it's good when he's shooting and he's shooting it well. Especially tonight, he was hitting everything, and I'm proud of him. Glad that he was hitting it. Just keep shooting. Tell him to shoot it. If he's open a little bit open, shoot it. One of the best shooters in the Big Ten, so in the country. So shoot it.
When you two are on the floor together, how do you guys kind of complement each other? Because I don't know if you'd have looked at what you guys' skill sets are when you both got here and thought, oh yeah, those two guys should be on the floor together. So how do you guys kind of complement each other?
We both low post guys most of the time. In my career, I've been mainly low post, but recently, trying to get out on the arc a little bit, spread teams out. And he's so good down low. We want to keep him down there. We want to keep him posting, almost the whole possession. So, just letting him work down low, trying to get him as many open looks as possible. It really helps our team, especially the way he rebounded the ball tonight too. I was telling him, it's huge for us. It's going to help us take that extra step that we need. Yeah.
You taking some guys off the dribble today. Dribble to your legs once, which kind of caught me off guard. Can you just elaborate just on that, the expense of your game? You're not a perimeter player, but obviously you've shown that you can do some perimeter stuff when needed be.
Yeah, just feeling good. Stuff I've worked on. Long summer, putting together a lot of days, a lot of hours. Just working on things that I consider my weaknesses before, which I was always just defensive minded. Getting rebounds, stuff like that. I wanted to expand my offensive game a little bit. So I was working on a lot of ball handling and a lot of shooting as well. So just seeing it pay off a little bit is nice. Got to continue working and hopefully, keep making strides in those areas.
Kyle, where did the motivation to expand your game in those ways come from?
Just wanted to get better. Last year, just having a few of those games where I was able to showcase, a little bit of that, especially at the end of the year against Purdue. Made me want to work on those things that much more. So just kind of really focused on it this summer, and like I said, it really helps when you have teammates and coaches that really put confidence in you and want you to shoot the ball, want you to make plays like that. So yeah.
And for either of you, you guys have games like the second half against Duke, some of these games where you guys look like world beaters. Tonight, that first half. How do you explain kind of the juxtaposition of the level of opponent and maybe playing down or up to that opponent?
We were talking about that as a team, coming out slow a little bit and, giving teams like hope that they are light, that they can come in and play with us. So I think we just got to get better as a team, coming out from the jump, on our horse and just keep going. We definitely got to get better at that as a team. So I think we're going to work on that.
Zed, it's obvious it's weird playing lots of late night tip-offs in the middle of the week, sometimes against a non-conference team. I mean, I know you guys had to create your own juice a lot last year because you were in empty arenas. Is that a conscious thought where you guys are thinking to yourself like, hey, we gotta figure out a way to create our own energy because it's late, you know, the crowd might not be as into it on a night like this? I mean, is that something that consciously goes through your head at all?
I think it may be a little bit. You know, the fans are hyped anyway. You know, they were Buckeye Nation was there tonight, you know, so we had energy from them. But, you know, coming from last year, like we had to create our own energy because there's no fans really. So, you know, I think that speaks on our culture and like how we just always happy for everybody. And whenever something good happens, you know, we're always cheering. So, you know, we always have energy on the bench, cheering, and the fans just give us an extra boost.
Kyle, how about on your side, man? I mean, the choice to come back for this year, now you're 10 games in, right?
Yeah.
I know you're enjoying the season and you've got a little bit of a body of work to go off of here, but is this living up to what you hoped it would now that you're, you know, a good 5-6 weeks into the season?
Yeah, I mean, you know, coming into this season, we knew we had some young guys and then we had a lot of old guys, a lot of experience. So, you know, it's just really about building that chemistry, bringing those younger guys along. And we've had some like games early in the season that are really going to help us later on in the season because they've been close down to the wire. We've learned a lot from them. So, yeah, I would say it's living up, you know, to the hype or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we got a lot of room to go. Just got it, you know, one day at a time. That's what I always say. Continue to bring those younger guys along, and as older guys, you know, share those experiences with them as well.
How are you feeling?
Good. I mean, I'm feeling, you know, almost back to, you know, 100%. Just still, you know, little things here and there, but for the most part, my body feels good. You know, no leg problems, nothing like that. So feeling good.
Kyle, obviously you're not used to coming off the bench for this team, and I'm curious, does your mindset change? Especially, it seems like depending on the situation in a game, I mean, you're kind of, you know, molding yourself into what Ohio State needs at that moment, whether it's, you know, a defensive presence in the paint, an offensive guy from three. Do you feel like this role that you're in currently is kind of expanding your versatility a little bit, or how do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of hit on it because it's not something I think about though, like, you know, not starting. It's just, you know, just want to be able to give the team, you know, whatever I can in the moment. So just kind of what you hit on. So, you know, when my number's called, you know, coach knows I'm going to go out there and, you know, give him 110% every time. And, you know, coming off the bench, already seeing, you know, the guys, you know, play like the first war or whatever it is, you know, it kind of gives me, you know, that time to see how the game's going, you know, what we need to improve on, you know, after that first war. So, you know, it's not something I think about. You know, I'm just going to give coach, you know, whatever he needs when I go into a game.
So, I mean, is it different when you're like, because tonight it wasn't as much as, you know, of a paint issue. It was more of, okay, I'm going to take control offensively. I'm going to kind of beat them from deep. I'm going to continue just to be that physical presence, like offensively. I mean, was that a mindset shift, or is it just kind of how the game came to you tonight?
Yeah, it's just, you know, going with the flow, you know, taking what they're giving me. So, you know, I was seeing, you know, a few different times there was big driving lanes, so, you know, just hitting those gaps. And, you know, that's credited to, you know, our offensive spacing, you know, Zed sealing people, all that. And then, there, you know, the times I was open at three, I was just, you know, I'm shooting them. So feeling confident there too. So just, you know, taking what was open and, you know, not really forcing anything, just letting the game come to me.
That's got to be last